YouTube fan community, Beach Boys fans, random people on the internet. My name is Giggens, and welcome to episode 2 here of Beach Boys Wednesdays. On today's episode, think about Pet Sounds. Okay? We all know Pet Sounds. We love that album. It's pretty much a Brian solo album featuring the guys on vocals. Carl did some guitar work, yes. But for the most part, it's a Brian album featuring the Beach Boys. Here's my thought. What if Pacific Ocean Blue was Denny's Pet Sounds? What if he did Pacific Ocean Blue, but with the guys doing the background vocals and maybe playing a little bit here and there? River Song dates back to 1974, and Pacific Ocean Blue was a co-write with Mike. So there were things that were hanging around for a while in Dennis's head and on tape that eventually led to being on Pacific Ocean Blue when it came out. So obviously the rest of the guys in the band were aware that Denny was working on something, and they probably knew how special it was because of the time and dedication he was taking to really crafting something incredible. Years, really. On Pet Sounds, Brian takes a lot of lead vocals, and there's a couple songs where he sings entirely by himself. So what if Denny did the same? What if he was the frontman of the Beach Boys for this one record? What if they reimagined it so he was the one on stage in front of the microphone, center stage, where Mike wasn't really center stage? What if he had kind of a backing role with Carl and Al? What if Brian was also on that tour? What if they actually did go through with the Pacific Ocean Blue tour and play a lot of this album, new, and how would the audience receive these songs? From a marketing standpoint, it almost makes sense to put the Beach Boys name on it. And also from a marketing sense, it would have been the best thing they'd done in years. I mean, having Love You and Pacific Ocean Blue right at that same time. Unfortunately, Love You never got pushed the way it should have been pushed by the record label, which is an absolute drag because that album is absolutely incredible. But if things had been different and Love You sold really well, and Denny was like, hey guys, I've got all these songs. Can we do a project for me? I don't want to go solo. I don't want to do a solo album. I want to be a Beach Boy. I want this to be a project for all of us. Can you just join me on this journey? This is the first time I'm asking for you to do this. We've done the Brian albums. We've done a couple of Carl things. Can it be my turn? And, I think it would have been cool if they had marketed it as a late 70s Pet Sounds, but Dennis's version of it this time. I really think the public's opinion and the public's interest would have been much higher. Anytime you bring Pet Sounds up, people's ears perk up because it's one of the best albums ever made. And by that time, people have definitely reassessed that album for how great it was in America. Everyone else in the world loved it, but America was a little bit slow to catch up. They loved the singles, but the album itself, it took forever to go gold. I don't think it went gold to about over 30 years after it came out. And so rock critics would have understood how significant Pet Sounds was. And if they're saying, hey, we have a new album coming out, this time it's Denny's turn, this is basically his Pet Sounds, the marketing sells itself. So that's my question for today. What if Pacific Ocean Blue was a Dennis Wilson-led Pet Sounds-esque production with the guys doing vocals and playing a little bit here and there, and then going out and touring this thing, maybe even playing the full record, but at least playing a significant amount of it mixed in with their old hits? I mean, just to think of what that could have been like and to think of how it could have gone down. People love Dennis and people love his songwriting, so I think it would have been something very, very special. So there you go. A Pacific Ocean Blue Beach Boys album. What are your thoughts on that? What would have happened? Would they have toured? What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Until next time, my name is Giggens. This has been Beach Boys Wednesday, and I'll see you next Wednesday. See ya.